Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Now, listen, if this video is up tonight, I'm hoping it will be. I'm going to be going live tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be going live on February the 3rd. So, whenever you see this video, if it's past February the 3rd, then girl, don't worry about it. The live will probably still be up so you can catch the replay. But I just wanted to just tap into just a couple of things. Um, just come and run my trap. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I can never say his name. What's his name? Toure? Toure? What's his name? Toure? Toure? I always thought he was one of the kids. I used to have the biggest crush on him back in the day. He's straight, though. I think he has a whole family. I mean, having a family don't mean nothing, because, girl, I done fooled with plenty of men who have families. Girl, that don't mean nothing. No, but girl, I think he's a heterosexual. I think he has a family and all that good stuff. But this is what the neighborhood talk posted. This is what he had to say. If I'm a billionaire or a multi-hundred millionaire like Beyoncé, Rihanna, Jay, etc., there's no way I'm going on a big multi-city tour. When you're on stage, touring is grueling and annoying and a hard grind. If you have tons of capital, there's easier ways to make millions. And then someone put, maybe she enjoys it and sees it as a way to keep lots of folks employed while building a fan base. I understand why some artists stop as soon as it's feasible. And then he replied and said, that's a nice way of looking at it, but I don't think B is doing a 47-city tour to employ others. She's not building a fan base, a fan base when she's the biggest recording artist in America, maybe the world. This is maybe the most grueling way she has to make another bag. And then somebody put, so maybe we put the decision in the likes touring column. And then he replied and said, excuse me, I know Beyonce loves touring. I've heard her colleagues talk about it and I've seen it. That's real. Also, she's now super wealthy, a mother, and not young. I said, girl, those are all great reasons to not tour. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna say is this, because I got a few things I want to say. The first thing I want to say is this: we're not gonna sit here and act like, girl, I get that it could be grueling, but we're not gonna act like at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, girl, the compensation, what she's getting paid for this grueling tour, girl, is gonna make things a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we're not gonna say act like Beyonce. Girl, Beyonce ain't been on stage in what they said 4 or 5 years. I think her first time getting on stage was in Dubai, and that was her first time performing, and they said 4 or 5 years. So we're not gonna act like Beyonce just been touring the world. And then I hate to say it, even if she was, that's her job. That's like us. It's like, I guess it's kind of like when we complain about going to work. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, he acted like Beyonce just go to work every day, ain't got no days off. Girl, that's what normal people do sometimes. Go to work every day, ain't got no days off. That's grueling, if you really want to know the truth. A woman who's probably about to make, girl, a few $100 million, girl, working 47 days. Is it 47 days or 47-city tour? Girl, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. The second thing I want to say is this. Why can't it just be that, like, no tea, no shade? Even if you take out that, girl, she is employing hundreds and hundreds of people, probably thousands and thousands of people. Why can't it just be she likes what she does? Why does it have to be, well, girl, she's gotten to a point where, girl, she's rich. Why do you want to work? Probably because she likes what she does. Like, I think that sometimes a lot of people get caught up into them not liking their job that they think that other folks hate their job. So when you hear someone or hear about someone who is very wealthy and now they've decided to go on this 47 tour, you have someone like whatever his name is, Toure. Why is she doing this? Girl, why are you going to work? You ain't got to go to work. Maybe because she likes her job. like, I'll be as a side, like, I don't know if that's ever crossed his mind or other folks. Maybe she actually loves her job. Maybe it has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is going to employ, hundreds, maybe even thousands of folks. Maybe it just has to do with, I love my job and I want to go on tour. Because I'm tired of sitting at the house with these kids. It's been 4 or 5 years. I want to get stuff popping again. I gave the girls some time to get their stuff together. They didn't get it together. They ain't got nothing on me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know I don't know. I think the most annoying part, I hate to say it, I think the most annoying part is him trying to make it, and this is not just about Beyonce, this is just about any artist, but especially somebody wealthy like Beyonce, trying to make it seem as though, girl, what she's doing is just like, oh my God, it's just so grueling. Yeah, it probably is, but girl, going on a 47 tour, a 47 city tour, it ain't nothing for the bitch who probably out there who 50, 55 years old, got a part-time job and a full-time job. Now that's grueling. I'm just saying. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away from the fact that I know that it's probably hard work, but in the grand scheme of things, when you really think about, girl, what the outcome is going to be, like, girl, in real life, I don't know anyone that if they know they were probably going to make millions, girl, like I said, girl, I'm sure Beyonce is about to make a buttload of money from this tour for a 47 city tour. Girl, I don't know too many people who would turn that down, even if it was grueling, just to work for a 47 city tour, right? And make this buttload of money, and then be able to sit down and relax their feet, and then decide when I want to go to work, when I want to go to work again. You know, I'm just saying, child. And we're moving on from that, girl. That's all I had to say. Um, this is an update about that man who popped his daughter in the face. Ugh. What's his name? Amar'e Stoudemire. His DV charges were dropped after victim failed to cooperate with authorities. We already talked about this. The DV charges against Amar'e Stoudemire have been formally dismissed after prosecutors claim the victim refused to cooperate with the investigation, according to TMZ. As previously reported, the former NBA star was accused of hitting one of his teenage daughters in the face at least two times. The 40-year-old had outright denied the accusations and said that he would never hurt another human being, let alone his daughter. Now, mind you, the girl had blood. On Tuesday, the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office announced that all charges related to the December 2022 incident have been dropped due to the failure of the victim to cooperate in the prosecution of the criminal case. Stoudemire told TMZ Sports that over a month ago, my family's world was turned upside down. Girl, child, it is what it is. Girl, I think he did it. And I mean, girl, she's a teenager, so I'm sure, girl, there were probably all types of people. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I'm just gonna go ahead and say there are grown women out there who don't press charges when they've been hit by a man. I mean, it is. How many of y'all have been violated by a man and you didn't press charges? So, or you didn't continue, with the investigation and the charges had to be dropped or whatever. You didn't cooperate. So We know there are grown women out there who are not going to, press charges or cooperate with the authorities. So ain't no 14-year-old girl, no teenage-year-old girl. A teenager is really going to go against their father. Especially, girl, if this teenager is depending on their father for survival, clothing, food, shelter. So, girl, it is what it is. You know what makes me sick? I want to read. Girl, I want to read. Okay. We already know about Ron DeSantis. The College Board strips BLM and Black queer coursework from AP African American Studies following Florida governor criticism. So this is what the Baller Alert has reported. The College Board has stripped away vital elements of the African American Studies curriculum after backlash from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Initially announced in August 2022, the high school AP class would explore the Black Lives Matter movement, critical race theory, little-known African American leaders, Black, queer, and feminist experiences, Black scholars, and so much more. Scholars of color hailed the course as a treasure trove of African American knowledge that all should be learned. That all should learn more about. Y'all already know in January, DeSantis announced that he would ban the curriculum, which was supposed to be taught in Florida's public high schools throughout the upcoming school year. So this is what I wrote in the comment section. Okay. But y'all didn't have a problem when they didn't want LGBTQ history taught, which is also Black history. But now that they're attacking Black history, which is also LGBTQ history, y'all in the uproar. Always remember, anything outside of white Christian and male can get it. Y'all will learn one day. Then somebody hit me back and said, are all queer people Black? Why is it just Black history? Then someone hit me back and said, this is not one of the same, but you are entitled to your own opinion. Then somebody put, I know you're not comparing Black history to LGBTQ history. Please tell me you're not. Black history is not LGBTQ PMAP history at all, shaking my head. Nah, bro, go learn about sexuality when you get home. What does that have to do with Black history? This is the point that I'm gonna tell y'all. We're gonna get to the point. Then somebody put, what they not seeing is that they have started linking critical race theory and LGBTQ and Black history issues all under one umbrella. It is all a form of indoctrination in their opinion. So yes, we need to pay attention as soon as they start talking about gender identity indoctrination, because right behind it going to be CRT, which at this point is any part of Black history they don't like. Somebody put Black gay history isn't a thing. They shoehorn in a Black studies. DeSantis is anti-gay all day. Somebody hit me back. What? And can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all something. For the scary ones out there, cause see, when I talk my shit on a public platform. It's called YouTube. And I also talk my shit on Instagram, and my profile is public. Y'all, it be some of the wackest, weakest niggas and bitches out there talking the most shit behind a private profile. Don't never at me if your shit ain't public. Don't ever at me if if you hide behind a private profile, period. Especially if you got something negative to say. If you got something negative to say, if you want to call me a name, if you want to if you want to argue back and forth, but then as soon as I try to respond to you, girl, I can't respond because you're not accepting replies, you weak. You're a weak bitch and you're a weak ass nigga. I just said I was gonna stop calling y'all bitches and niggas. But no, I said no. I said I'm gonna stop, but the bitches and the niggas. No, I said I'm gonna stop calling y'all bitches and hoes, but unless you a bitch or a hoe. That's what I said. Anyways, child. So this is what some of my responses to people. I need you to read a book. Angela Davis, James Baldwin, Bayward Rustin, all black, all queer, all a part of black history. Y'all really shouldn't be this old and ignorant. Angela Davis, Bayward Rustin, James Baldwin, Marsha P. Johnson is all black history. Someone told me that it's not. I said it actually is. To say that queer black folk are not a part of black history is intellectually dishonest and dangerous. You're no better than white people trying to rewrite history. Shame on all of y'all. Google is your friend. I told this one black dude who was talking shit behind a private profile to read a book. This is what he told me. That book ain't gonna change the fact that, this is what he replied. Let me tell you what I said to him. Yes, I said I need you to read a book. Angela Davis, James Baldwin, Bayward Rustin, all black, all queer, all part of black history. Y'all really shouldn't be this old and ignorant. And then that's when he replied and said, that book ain't gonna change the fact that they, this is what he replied, that book ain't gonna change the fact that they struggle ain't black history. Ooh, girl, y'all, I need y'all to let that go. Y'all love, when I said, baby, if it's not a struggle, it ain't black. That's the first thing he told me. That book ain't gonna change the fact that they struggle ain't black history. Ooh, y'all gotta let that go, baby. When I tell you, baby, when I say that is not gonna leave half of y'all mind. Y'all really think that, girl, if it is not a struggle, it ain't black. Ooh. I don't remember them hanging people just because they were gay. I don't know how this conversation started going this way. Wasn't straight only water fountains. Gays weren't told to sit on the back of the bus. The list goes on. They weren't only black people back then. So quit trying to tag a separate issue to the black struggle culture. They don't go hand in hand. And I replied to him, I said, you should be embarrassed to be your big ass age and type on the internet that that book ain't gonna change the fact. That lets me know you don't even read. I'll exit this conversation now. Please do better. Girl, I don't have nothing else to talk to you about. I replied back to another man, the one who said black history is not LGBTQ whatever history. He did a whole bunch of letters. And I told him, it actually is. Y'all move too much like white folks to realize it. Bayward Rustin was MLK's advisor and organized the March on Washington. He was also gay. But of course, you don't know that of course, you didn't know that because if you did, there's no way you will open up your mouth and say black LGBTQ history is not black history. There's hundreds of black LGBTQ have contributed to black history. I need y'all to read a book. And then to end it off, I responded to this one girl. My point still stands. Anything outside of white, Christian, and male, they're coming for. So whenever y'all get excited about them making laws about LGBTQ history being taught, which is also black history. You're taking away from people learning about James Baldwin, Angela Davis, Bayward Rustin, who happen to be black and queer, which is also black history. Y'all too slow for me. Girl, y'all not gonna out-talk. Y'all not gonna out-talk me. You're not gonna out-talk me. And girl, I'm done with it, girl. Girl, cause y'all too slow, dumb, and retarded, and too homophobic for me. Y'all steady out here in these streets trying to act like, girl, black LGBTQ history, which consists of black folks, that's not a part of black history. And even the whole point is when they start coming for anything outside of that box that they've created, right? White, male, Christian, what's the evangelicals, whatever, girl. Basically, it's like them holding up white ideals, right? So anything outside of that they're coming for. So when y'all start hearing about them passing these laws about, oh, no LGBTQ will be taught, y'all get excited. But see, what y'all don't realize is that they about to come for y'all niggas next. They done already came for the LGBTQ and the black ones that are LGBTQ. Now they coming for the straight ones. Now everybody want to be like, oh my God, what are y'all talking about? And that's when I sit back and I just look at y'all like y'all some fools. What y'all thought was about to happen? You thought that they was just gonna attack everybody else, but then y'all niggas was gonna get a pass? I know that's not what you thought. I know that's not what you thought. Now everybody in the uproar. They trying to rewrite history. Y'all niggas rewrite history all the motherfucking time. Look at y'all in the comment section. Trying to act like black people, black people, black gay folk, black LGBTQ have not contributed anything to black history. Y'all sound just like white people every other day. Whew, girl. Wendy Williams reportedly living a lonely life in New York. She rarely speaks to her friends. While launch of her podcast seems doubtful. This is according to Hollywood Unlocked. I believe it. I miss Wendy Williams so bad. I hope she's doing all right. I don't think she is, though. Things apparently aren't looking good for Wendy Williams, who a new report claims has been living a sad and lonely life. Can I say something? Out in New York City these past few months, this is what happens when you put all your trust in a man. I'm just gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I understand that people get into relationships and things change when families are started, and you start to create your family, have kids, a dog, a cat, you buy a house. Things are going to change. Things never stay the same. So no, we're not expecting you to still be the same party girl or party boy that you were when you were 21 or 22, right? But I think what happens is, girl, when you put all of your self into your family, girl, it never works out for you in the end, especially if you end up marrying a nigga who ain't shit. So Wendy has now put everything that she basically put all her eggs in one basket. And what happens? We sit all the time. Now you stuck over there, girl, with all the kids, and baby, because he gonna have another woman. So now look at Wendy. Wendy stuck over there by herself, sad and lonely, and Kevin over there with a whole new family, taking pictures with that lady, waiting on Wendy's money, and Wendy over there, girl, in and out of rehab, and Kevin living his best life off of her dime. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all better start having y'all a life outside of y'all families. And stop giving your nigga so much goddamn control. While things seem to be looking up for the former talk show host after she announced plans to launch her own podcast titled The Wendy Williams Experience, sources tell The Sun that there's a lot of doubt the project will come to fruition. Per the British news publication, the 58-year-old is rarely keeping in touch with those she was deemed with those she has deemed her friends all these years, so much that when she does call, she provides them with no update on how she's been doing, following a year plagued by health scandals and drama with Wells Fargo, who allegedly refused to grant her access to her money. A source strongly indicated that Williams' state appears to be all over the place, noting that when she reaches out to people who've been around her the longest, she acts as she went out to eat last week when she hasn't seen them in months. Oh, girl. The Sun further asserts that there have been strong doubts that the mother of one will ever launch her podcast, even though a rep for Wendy Williams remains adamant that the project is still coming soon. It ain't, baby. Cause let me tell you something. It don't take that much to launch no podcast. Girl, if I wanted to start a podcast tomorrow, I'm sure I could. Girl, and I'm sure that Wendy Williams, if she wanted to start one, girl, she could have started one a long time ago. Anyways, child. All right. I'll be back later. Bye, y'all.